I think that like storytelling remains like the key solution for to actually tell stories. But I think what is interesting now is that we have an incredible range of medium, platform, tools to tell stories. And I was just discussing previously this notion of gaming, which for me is really like the most interesting now, because actually by empowering the people to become the pilot and to navigate through the story directly, they could engage in a complete new way. And I think that that's really important. If you look at how the people actually play game, I'm fascinating to see how easily it is to actually kill so many people online when you or like on a screen when you game. And my reflection was like, if you're able to kill that many people, you're also able to do the contrary, which is like destruction, construction. So that's maybe a new platform to actually construct and build a new future, or like rethink like how can we actually improve our reality. I think that now it's time to actually take all the best weapon of the entertainment world to start to tell stories that are way more engaging, that are actually important to tell, that is actually quality journalism as well, and that wakes up our conscience, that gets us closer to the others, the very others as well, not just our friends and comfort zone, but the people we have no chance to meet, or we have maybe in the first sight no interest to meet. So I think that it's very important to embrace all these different media and tools, and not to actually create division between them. I think that the big difference is that you actually can have the audience participating to a story, and I think that that is absolutely the next media I want to be part of, which is a media where the audience becomes the editor, the researcher, the truth seeker, in a way that has never really been experienced, which is, again, like the most important is how you begin, and the way your platform begins is really what is important. So not just creating this kind of what I call the parking lots of free zone, which is pretty much what we have now with YouTube and great Facebook and Twitter, but way more like having a sort of one focus, one direction, and then gathering people to go into that one direction and one focus. And I think that that's definitely what Web 3.0 should become, or like will, no matter what, become. I think that's I'm not interested in judging what is there, because it would be, again, I made this comparison with the right to vote. Like what is fantastic with the right to vote is actually to empower everyone to be able to vote, and then obviously to make sure that our level of information is broad enough so that the people have access to the right elements, and to collect the right elements to actually have the tools and the reflection to be able to make a choice that is a thoughtful choice. But so, like, what we have created now is fantastic tools to actually let the people to express themselves. And if you look at it, like the progress are stunning. It's not the contrary. Like Twitter, for instance, like many editors, many journalists were incapable to actually write in so less words. Twitter has now empowered an entire generation to say something in 140 words, and that's a fabulous tool. And we have seen it in Iran. It was used in a very clever and thoughtful way. So I think, again, like judging what is there is not interesting. What is interesting is to think of what's the next layer. How can we improve it? How can you give actually raise up the debate, actually lead in the right direction, and give guidance. And I think that that's a lot of the next challenges.